While classrooms across eastern North Carolina stand empty and students and teachers are tucked away at home, we know a great secret. Learning can happen anywhere. In fact, learning can happen everywhere. Welcome to Eastern Carolina Education Connection, a partnership with WNCT and Pitt County Schools. We're here to connect and reconnect with students, teachers, parents, and community during this unique and remarkable time in our state's history by helping you learn from right where you are.
Hi friends, Miss Ashley here, and here's Miss Jessica. Hi Miss Jessica. Today we got a big treat for you. We get to look at one of my very favorite books written by one of my very favorite authors. And not only are we going to hear it in English, but we get to hear it in Spanish as well. We're going to be taking a trip with A Very Hungry Caterpillar, a story written and illustrated by Carle and published by our good friends at Philomel Publishing. We've got two good friends coming in today, Diana Leggett, who's the media coordinator at Northwest Elementary, and we have Connie, who's the media coordinator at Belvoir Elementary. And not only are they going to read this book for us, they're going to show us how to create some of these characters out of things that you might have right at your home, so that you can recreate this book and retell it right where you are. So let's listen as they read about a tiny little caterpillar with a great big appetite. Take it away, Miss Leggett and Miss Connor.
Hi, boys and girls. I am Miss Connie, and I am so excited to be here today to read to you one of my favorite books. It's The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. And Carle is not only the author, but he is also the illustrator. And if you are able to go to www.ericcarle.com, you can see how he actually makes tissue paper and paints it and puts together collages for all of these pictures that are in this book. Every one of these pictures are done with tissue paper, and that's something you could do at home.
Hola amigos, soy la señora Leggett y hoy te voy a leer el libro de Carle y el cuento se llama La oruga muy hambriente.
Okay, friends, what time is it? It's wiggle time. Stand up, stretch out those muscles, get them going. Let's get ready to move with our special guest today.
Hi everyone, I'm excited to share with you some exercises you can do using your own body weight. So stand up and let's get started. The first skill we're going to practice today is a squat. So you start with your feet as wide as your shoulders, bring your arms out in front, drop your hips down even with your knees. So it looks like this from the side. Feet shoulder width apart, arms out, bring your hips down even with your knees. That's the regular squat. The next one you can do is put your hands behind your head. You won't have your arms for balance. This is called behind your head squat. So bring those hips down even with your knees, with your arms behind you. And then we can take our feet and go a little bit wider. And this time we're going to take our arms and try to touch our hands and try to touch the floor. So we bring our knees, our hips down, and we touch the floor. This is the wide squat. And then to make it even more challenging, bring your feet in for the narrow squat. When you do the narrow squat, use your arms for balance, bring your hips down, and come back up. This is the narrow squat. Shake your legs out if you need to. We're going to move on. The next one is a squat and hold. So start with your feet as wide as your shoulders. Bring your hands out in front, hips down, and then hold. And you can count to 1 and then come back up. Down and hold. Come back up. Our next skill will be the side to side. When you do the side to side, we're going to step out, squat, come back, step out, squat, come back. This is called the side to side. You're doing great. And then we're going to add a jump. So when we do our jump, we get down in our squat, we're going to jump and land softly. Try it again. Squat down, jump, and land softly. Keep your arms out in front for balance. Now, I'm going to challenge you to pick any of the squats we've done so far and try to count the ABCs for for every squat that you do. I think you can do it. Have fun.
Hi, boys and girls. Miss Connie here again. And one thing we're going to do together, and it's something that you can practice at home, is retell our story, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now, remember, I want you to practice doing this at home. All the stories you read, all the stories you hear, retell them in your own words back to your brothers and sisters and your neighbors and your mom and dad. So let's begin by starting with The Very Hungry Caterpillar. If you remember, it started out, in the light of a moon lay a leaf, and on the leaf was an egg.
So next, what happened is the sun came out. And what happened when the sun came out? Yes, then that's when the caterpillar came out of its egg. El sol salió y después, ¿qué pasó? Sí, la oruga salió del huevo.
That caterpillar was super hungry. Have you ever felt that way? Actually, I'm feeling that way right now. My tummy is growling, and I want something really good to eat. And you know what that hungry caterpillar found? He ate through one apple. Yum.
And then on the third day, the very hungry caterpillar ate through 3 plums. El tercer día vino la oruga y comió por las 3 ciruelas. ¿Te gustan las ciruelas? A mí me encantan las ciruelas. ¿Cuántos tenemos aquí? 1, 2 y 3.
On Friday, that caterpillar was still hungry. He wanted to eat something. Have you ever felt that way? You were still hungry even after you ate a lot of things? I felt that way a lot since I've been home. So what is he going to eat through next? That caterpillar ate through 5 oranges. Yum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he did this on Friday. He ate through 5 oranges.
All right, and the hungry caterpillar, he was still hungry after eating all that food. And so on Saturday, he ate even more food. He had some ice cream. He had some chocolate cake. He had salami. He had some more fruit. He had some pie and a lollipop. El sábado, la oruga tenía mucho más hambre y todavía estaba comiendo. Mira todo lo que ha comido. Comió un trozo de pastel, un helado, comió sandía, una paleta y un pedazo de queso. Todavía está comiendo y comiendo.
And finally, he built himself a cocoon. He wrapped it all around himself and stayed snug in his cocoon for 2 whole weeks.
And then the very hungry caterpillar was in his cocoon for 2 weeks. And out of his cocoon, he transformed to a beautiful butterfly. Have you guys been seeing these butterflies outside? Now that it's spring, you should be seeing butterflies pretty soon. Y cuando la oruga salió, después de 2 semanas, entonces se cambió a una mariposa bellísima. Mira qué bonita es la mariposa. ¿Y ya has visto las mariposas afuera, en el jardín? Porque ahora en la primavera es cuando lo vas a ver.
I couldn't think of any better way to bring you some positivity today than being able to talk to some of our incredible counselors. Let's go see who's in our Counselor Corner today.
Hi, this is Olivia Salter, school counselor at Ridgewood Elementary School. I'm excited to be on the Counselor's Corner today to talk to you about a skill that I think is really important for us to all have for our everyday lives, and that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. And this is a skill that I teach my students about a lot at school, but it's also one of those things that it doesn't really matter your age. It's something that we can all use in different times we're feeling stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety are some feelings that you might be feeling being at home and having a lack of control of what's going on around you. So being able to use this skill is something that can help you whether you're having trouble sleeping at night or focusing on your schoolwork, or you're having things that are worries going through your mind and you want a way to try to solve those and deal with them so that you can continue and have a great day. So it starts when you go through, obviously starting at 5, and you think about your senses. You think about, first of all, 5 things that you can look around and see in your environment. So if it's at home, it could be something in your house or in the room that you're in. If you go on a walk, it could be things that you see in your environment. Then you move to 4. For 4, you stop and think about things that you can hear. If it's in your home, it may be somebody in another room. It may be an animal in your house making a noise. It could be the trees or the birds outside if you're on a walk. So you stop and focus on 4 things that you can hear in your environment. Next, for 3, you stop and think about 3 things that you can feel. It could be the table that you're sitting at, or your hands on the chair, or if you're outside, it could be the wind that's in your hair, or things that you feel anywhere around you. Next, you move to 2. 2 are the things that you smell. So stop and list 2 things that you smell. It could be something that's cooking in the kitchen. It could be flowers outside. It can be anything at all. And sometimes it causes you to kind of stretch your mind to think about things that you may not have noticed before. And the last one, number 1, is to stop and think about something good about yourself. Sometimes it's challenging for us to stop and think about things that we like about ourselves or things that we admire about who we are. But the truth is, we all have so many special qualities. And just as important for other people to recognize those things to you, or actually more important, is that you can recognize those things in yourself. So remember, 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can feel, 2 things you can smell, and 1 good thing about yourself. This is something you can carry with you wherever you go. It doesn't take any materials. It only takes your mind and your imagination. And when we have those thoughts, it helps to bring us back to the moment, let go of some of that worry and anxiety so that we can move on and have a great day. Thanks for joining us today. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Connie here again. And we couldn't read The Very Hungry Caterpillar without making a butterfly, because at the end of the book, he became a beautiful butterfly. And these are some of the butterflies I've made. And I want to show you how you can make these butterflies at home by yourself with the things you have at your house. There are several things I have here. I have a coffee filter, so if mom and dad have a coffee filter, you could borrow a coffee filter, or you could just use a napkin. I have markers, and these are washable markers. You can use crayons if you'd like. I have pipe cleaners, or you can use clothespins. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my coffee filter, because I'm going to begin with that, because when you use the markers with the coffee filter, you can wet it, and we're going to see a science experiment and see how it blends together. Take your coffee filter and flatten it out. So you'll just make it nice and flat. And then we're just going to take some markers, and we're going to open our markers, and we're going to begin just drawing whatever you'd like. You can make lines. Okay, boys and girls, I've just finished coloring, and I'm going to take a water bottle, and I'm just going to spray on my coffee filter, and all the colors are going to start blending together. And you're going to see blue and yellow make green, and you're going to see all kinds of colors blend together and find brand new colors, just like in our book. Next, we need to make our antennas and the body of our caterpillar. So I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm making a V. Now, if you don't have a pipe cleaner, it's okay. You can use a clothespin. Then what we're going to do is take our paper with all the pretty colors now and just bunch it together in the middle. And I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and put it right there in the middle and twist. Then if I would like, I can take my pencil and wrap the ends around the very end. And bring out his antennas. Now remember, if you don't have a pipe cleaner, it's okay. You can just put your clothespin right there. Or you might want to put a clothespin and the pipe cleaner together and put on 2 eyes. And there you have your magnificent butterfly.
It's Miss Leggett again. And today what we're going to do is that we are going to continue our very hungry caterpillar story, and we're going to make this beautiful caterpillar out of things that you've got right in your house. All right, it's really easy to make. The first thing that you need is you need an egg carton. Now I'm using a styrofoam egg carton, but it doesn't have to be styrofoam. It can also be one of the cardboard ones. Either way will work. And the first thing I'm going to do on this is I'm going to just cut it right down the middle. All right? And after I cut it down the middle, I'm going to cut this part as well. And I will end up with 2 pieces that look like this. I am going to get some markers. I'm using Sharpies, and as you can see, I'm using bright colors, but you can use Sharpies, you can use Crayola markers, even crayons will work on the cardboard as well. So I'm taking out my Sharpie and I'm going to just color just different parts of the caterpillar. And you just keep on coloring until you get it pretty much covered, kind of like this. And you can choose any color that you want. It's up to you. Whatever your favorite colors are, whatever colors you've got, it doesn't matter. And then the next thing that you want to do after you finish coloring that, you want to make this cute little face for your hungry caterpillar. So it's just very easy. You just make 2 little circles and make your eyes, and then do a little smiley face until it looks like this. And the next thing that you want to do is you can either get these little sticks from outside. I just went out in the yard and just got some little sticks, and I'm using these as my antenna. If you don't want to do that and you have pipe cleaners, you can bend it into a V, and you can put it on the underside of your egg crate. Poke some holes in it, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect because nobody's caterpillar needs to be perfect. And then you can have 2 little antennas. Then you're done with your very hungry caterpillar.
I'm so glad we got to spend this time together on Eastern Carolina Education.